Welcome to the Heavy Cream Podcast. We got General W. What's up, Dubs?
What's up?
Bruce Park. What's up, Uncle Bruce?
What is going on?
What are you eating?
Chipotle chips.
Nice.
Healthy.
Always.
How did you get that? Was it open? Or are you curbside?
It's open. You have to go curbside. But usually there's no line. But today I had to actually wait like 10 minutes to get my food.
How's the lettuce? Did you eat the
Average land we live in.
Did you eat the E. coli lettuce?
Oh, no. I stay away from lettuce.
No vegetables?
It's so full of E. coli. I knew that before the outbreaks. That's why I don't eat it.
Right. What's going on, Dubs? Anything new?
No, nothing new. Nothing new. What is it, week 9? I lose track.
March 16th, officially in New Jersey. You guys, I think, were the 13th. Weren't you in New York?
Something
I forget.
like
You were a
that.
couple days ahead of us. So What's today's date? The 20th. Yeah, about 8.5 weeks.
Yeah. I didn't even realize like the days are molding together. Someone's like, "Oh, there's a long weekend, coming up." I was like,
What's the
really?
point?
Like, what's
What do I need to sit home another day for?
Yeah, like okay, I'll be off on Monday.
Another day to do stuff around the house.
Yeah.
I'd almost rather be at work. So what else?
Well,
you actually
I won't go that far.
Yeah, thanks for eating on the podcast, Bruce. Our first one, you're shoving your face with food.
Keep it professional.
Yeah.
Yeah, stay satisfied.
Oh, God. What else? Nothing else is new? I mean, this is not a good way to start off if you're not going to say anything interesting.
Well, okay. All right. Well, you can just go right into it.
Okay.
What I don't understand is I'm all about reopening, right?
Yep.
But why do people think it's patriotic when you don't wear a mask? See, this is what we.
What do you mean? Don't tread on me.
Yeah, but like,
could you get to fly a flag with snakes, and then all that stuff? I mean, don't tread on me. Here's the problem. The problem is our fearless leader doesn't tell you the right thing. Our governors don't tell you the right thing, so no one trusts anybody. Then they say fake news, and Fox News has this, and then it's just, who do you trust? That's the problem. From top down, it's a cluster. Because the problem is Trump doesn't wear a mask. Pence doesn't wear a mask. So there you go. So if that's your people, they're not doing it. So the governors aren't doing it because they won't. What's that?
Pence went to the hospital, visited patients, and didn't wear a mask.
I mean, that's your problem.
He also touched elbows with one of the patients of the nurse.
That is bold.
Yeah. And then, the hydroxychloroquine's not fully tested, and then Trump's like, I take it. So now it's
he didn't even say he took it. He said he's taking. No. But he didn't actually confirm it. But see, this is what he creates. This is this like spinning. Like now, does it matter if he takes it or not? He's already made himself he's injected himself in the news cycle.
Yeah. I mean, that's the problem. It's just like, people are fed up, and I don't blame them. It's been 2 months. I think for about 6 weeks, he had everybody on board, and then everybody's just like, look, it's summer. Everybody's telling me a different thing. Georgia's open, and then my state's not. And then they're like, well, the blue states are behind everybody, and the red states are doing a great job.
But that's the thing. I'm fine with all that. I understand, like, even just news aside, government aside, let's be honest, they're all inept.
Yeah. No, I agree.
But in general,
they all suck.
I don't understand why people, first it says, okay, let's not reopen. Okay, let's not rush. And now it's some things are reopening. And then now they're like, well, I won't wear a mask. Like at some point, there's got to be some kind of give and take, right?
From the top. Hey, I agree. The economy needs to open. We need a plan. Everybody still needs to be safe and wear a mask when you go out in public. Like they're equating opening the economy with not wearing a mask.
No. But we're establishing that, let's just say that the messenger is across the board. You're hitting mixed different things. So why all of a sudden are we saying, well, he's not wearing a mask? Let's just assume they're all wrong. I just don't understand why people all of a sudden are like, it's almost like this is the new thing. not wearing a mask is freedom. Before it was defying the quarantine is freedom. At what point are we going to say, hey, maybe if we want to do things, we should kind of be cognizant of others, Like there's limits.
That's messaging.
Well, as a country, as the United States, as a country, we value our independence and our freedom, right? We highly value it.
Right.
So it's always going to be the freedom and liberty versus security. And they don't necessarily go hand in hand. It's always kind of one versus the other. You just kind of need that fine balancing point, which people just seem to value their freedom more than, their security of safety. And they just value their freedom more.
Well, the problem is you have people saying it's a hoax. Eric Trump's like, soon as the election's over, you'll see everything opens back up. That's the problem. It's all messaging. If all the president had to do was say, look, this is still a real threat. What's that invisible threat? Is that the word?
The invisible enemy.
Invisible enemy. There you go. Invisible enemy. It's still a real thing, but we need to get the economy open. Let's do these safe things so the economy can open, but you guys still need to wear a mask in order to perpetuate the economy. Boom. Instead, he's like, ooh, his tweets this, tweets that, contradicts him, benches Fauci for a couple of days, this, that. It's just, Anyway, enough for Corona. What else is going on?
Took off my mask today.
Nice. Who is that behind you again? Is that Daddy Yankee?
No, that is Bad Bunny.
Oh, Bad Bunny. Right. I should knew that.
Who, by the way, has been broadcasting randomly on Instagram Live. Although he hasn't done it in a few weeks, but like, I will say random celebrities and such are just random celebrities, and even just, I'm definitely more in tune with Instagram Live or like other shows, whatever it be, broadcasts, and some of them aren't bad.
Blackson's actually
Bad Bunny.
You guys need. He's like a.
He sings
like a.
He sings a bunch
artist.
of songs with Drake.
Yeah, he sings in Spanish. He's really good.
Yeah,
he's got a couple.
So he's like a singer or a rapper.
I don't know how to qualify. It's like
he's what Drake would be, but in like.
Yeah, he kind of does both. Like, yeah. He's like an emo, like Daddy Yankee.
Yeah,
Daddy Yankee is the Gasolina song.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
He sings that song?
No, Daddy Yankee sings the song, but Bad Bunny's like an emo version of him.
Yeah. You've probably heard a song or where he's collaborated on, but you may not have heard a song where he's the primary on.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I just lost my train of thought. What do you got in the news, Dubs? What's in the news this week?
Got a little random stuff. Let's get right into it, I guess. Let me see. This first one. This is actually a story about, Chuck E. Cheese and how during quarantine, I guess, Chuck E. Cheese has been changing its name so people order pizza from them. It's kind of an interesting thing. But
what's their new name?
They are
Charles E. Cheese?
It isn't. I believe they call it Pasquale's. Let me see.
That sounds nothing like Chuck E. Cheese's.
Here we go. Pasquale P. Pie Plate.
Right. That kind of sounds like Chuck E. Cheese's.
Yeah. Like one example here, Philadelphia. The only place where Chuck E. Cheese offering is from Pasquale's.
And this is on Grubhub? Or any of those?
It's on Grubhub.
Is it on DoorDash? Let me check DoorDash.
Can I just say Chuck E. Cheese's is an underrated pizza?
Yeah, it's not bad.
Everyone poo-poo.
No, it's not bad.
Yeah.
I mean, I'd rather have something else, but it's not terrible.
Like, I get invited to a lot of kids' parties, and they're having a Chuck E. Cheese's. I don't have much to look forward to at these parties, but I do have pizza. And their pizza saves the party.
Yeah, I hate that place, but yeah, it's not bad pizza.
Did you used to like it before?
Like what? When I was 4?
Yeah.
I don't think my parents ever took me there.
Yeah.
That's why. That explains a lot.
Yeah.
That's really
you millennials got all the good stuff. We didn't get taken anywhere.
But have you had Pasquale's?
I can't say I have.
Exactly.
Underrated pizza.
What else is going on?
So this, I kind of thought about when you talked about, going to Costco.
Costco shopper gets bounced from store after refusing. Yeah, I heard about this. Well, what did he? So you got in there.
So I guess basically a Costco, in this case, a Costco worker de-escalated a situation and essentially kicked out a customer because he wouldn't wear a face covering because, tread on my rights. But there's actually a video, I think, a short video clip of this.
I'll just put you on my 3,000 follower Instagram feed, mostly local.
Hi everyone, I work for Costco and I'm asking this member to put on a mask because that is our company policy. So either wear the mask.
And I'm not doing it because I woke up in a free country.
Have a great day.
We'll have to bleep that out. But yeah, that guy's a moron.
Yeah.
He's a complete moron. I don't understand. Like, why can't you just wear the mask? You don't live in a free country. You're working. You're going. You can wear. You don't have to wear a mask in public, but when you go into a private establishment, you have to comply with the rules.
This is the employee over here.
Good for him.
I'm sure his followers are making a difference everywhere. Tweeting.
Yeah.
Leaving comments and hitting likes.
Yeah. All right. Let's see what else we got.
What a buffoon.
This is a story about
I saw
badass
that.
priest, kind of, that's been using a toy gun essentially to squirt holy water and, have drive-through churchgoers. I think it's kind of a cool story. And essentially there's been a kind of an outpouring of support, and a lot of people have photoshopped him in different places.
Doesn't an Apple have a pop-up blocker? What's up with this?
Well, I had to undo the pop-up blocker because Daily Mail is very...
Can't you get this guy a super soaker? What kind of cheap gun is that?
Yeah, is that the coolest gun?
Come on.
It's traditional.
Come on. Is this guy Bishop? What is he? Cardinal?
He's a father. He's at the St. Ambrose Parish in Detroit.
Yeah.
Also, how many times does he have to reload that? With the super soaker, at least, you're full on. You have enough holy water for
what he should do is go to Costco and get those balloons you can fill up. You know what I mean? Like 25 balloons at a time and just chuck everybody in the face with a balloon. That's what I would do.
I will say some of the pictures are pretty badass, though.
How's he gonna do
memes. That's pretty
communion?
cool. Doom.
Yeah.
How's he going to do communion?
This is how he's doing. See how easy it is to wear a mask.
Wait, why is that guy's mask look inverted?
He's breathing in.
Yeah. They should switch masks. That looks too small for his face, and that looks too big for his face. It looks like he's got that cobra, the G.I. Joe Cobra symbol on his face.
Oh, yeah. I see it.
Look at this. He's got the face guard, N95, just squirting away.
And I guess this is the donation tray right there.
It's more water guns.
Handing a basket out. Good for him, making that money.
Yeah.
Is that 6 feet, though? That gun is no way that gun's shooting 6 feet.
Oh, no, it's definitely not.
Yo, his parties must be a lot of fun. I'm just saying. What?
Oh, good.
That is awesome.
What are you going to do with slip and swap?
This is when he tells everyone to stop. There was definitely one more. I can't even find it anymore. But, here we go.
What's the one on the bottom?
That's from The Exorcist.
Exorcist. That's funny.
The good, the bad, and the Holy Spirit.
That's funny. What else?
The Crusade.
Yeah, that doesn't fit. They have guns back then. That's funny. Pulp Fiction.
Oh, this is, by the way, this is an unrelated story, but a priest live streams mass and accidentally turned on his filters. Here we go. Here's the filters. This is insane.
What is that?
What are those?
The guy working out?
Those are dumbbells. Oh, come on.
Oggi è venerdì di Quaresima e vogliamo pregare con la Via Crucis
What is he having random
e la
filters? Why is this
benedizione
changing filters?
eucaristica,
Evidently, he.
chiedendo al Signore che ci aiuti a
This can't be
seguirlo
real.
sulla
This can't
via
This can't
possibly
be
più
real. This is
stessa
after the fact, dude.
percorso, la
This is a
via
Russian hoax.
Yeah,
Is it
this
Ukraine? Ukraine hoax.
della
He's
croce.
big in Ukraine and Germany.
Vogliamo affidare al Signore tutte
I mean, does any of these things have random filters?
le
Or
nostre sofferenze,
Not that I know of.
yeah.
le nostre difficoltà, i momenti difficili.
That's probably the best one right there.
What's next?
All right. Let's see what else we got. This one was about, I guess this was somewhere in
MEC for health farts.
Yeah. So
What?
I think in this one, essentially the nurse.
What's an MEC?
I assume it's like I think it's a medical clinic or something in that country, but the Eastern Cape Medical Clinic or something.
Deploys team of Cuban doctors against virus. Okay.
And I guess here I'll play the.
To a prevention approach to health giving, equally embedded in primary health care, which then will suggest, I'm sorry about that, will suggest that we are going to have.
Look, she can't even keep it straight. Why does she have her mask over her face?
Well, that's a whole different story.
What?
She needs a mask over her butt.
Like, why is it covering her chin? Maybe the pressure of her chin. You know, like they say everything's connected. Forced it out.
Well, the pressure definitely was released. Wasn't that from the face though?
Oh my God.
She acknowledges it with a pause.
Yeah, she did.
Yeah.
She did. It happens.
I like this headline.
Sorry about that.
It's exactly what she was feeling.
She's polite.
Yeah. Let's see. Oh, this is actually related to.
Bachelor alum Amanda Stanton faces backlash for driving from LA to Arizona to get her hair done. I mean, who cares?
Do you know how long she drove?
3-4 hours?
6 hours, 12 hours
what?
round trip.
Look, it's her. Why is it backlash? It's her business. The business is over. She wants to get her haircut. Get a haircut. I have a friend who drove to Delaware today to get a haircut. Who cares?
That being said,
People
her
get
hair looks
outraged
fantastic.
over nothing. What are you saying, Bruce?
Her hair looks fantastic.
Exactly.
Oh.
Whatever.
Yeah.
Let her be. Well, you know what? What's the backlash? She crossed state lines? People are stupid. I mean, they worry about dumb stuff. She's entitled to do whatever she wants. If she's following the rules of the state and the country, who cares? I mean, Arizona's open. There's nothing closed in Arizona. It's probably like 90 degrees there right now. I think that's like the least affected state or something.
Yeah. I mean, I don't think from a public health standpoint it was bad. I just
what
think
do you
it
think all
wasn't
these celebrities are doing? They're flying in all their people. They're getting their hair done every day. I mean, besides LeBron's wife, she's the only one I've seen that hasn't got her. Like, she looks like neither of them have gotten anything done.
Ben Roethlisberger, if you saw the news, like just got his haircut done by like a local barbershop, like in Norristown, PA, or something, or Allegheny. Sorry,
Yeah,
Allegheny,
he
PA.
wasn't cutting his hair because he said, "I'm not cutting my hair until I throw it past to one of my teammates."
But he did. And
Yeah,
then
yeah.
what?
Him
And then
and
what
Jimmy
happened
worked
was the Governor Tom Wolf had like something to say, and he didn't say anything, but I think it was kind of like, well, fielded a question about it, and then apparently the barbershop said, "We did it as a friend, and no money was exchanged."
Doesn't matter. I mean,
I know.
it's like that gym owner in Belmar. Have you guys heard about him? He's
Yeah.
been on Fox News and stuff. I mean, you're citing him, you're giving him a summons. Like, the guy's actually. Now, obviously, I don't know if he's taken it farther because he's gotten Fox News and all the publicity. But the plan he had in place, regardless of that, he's like giving everybody a spray bottle to cleanse their stuff. Everybody gets their own like set weights. People are keeping a distance. I mean, you got. And then like today, they brought out he had a DUI or some sort of someone died or something happened when he was 20. Like, just to like discredit him. What does that have to do with him owning a business? Like, this is the problem. This is why no one trusts anybody. And like they're worried about this girl getting her hair done. That's her problem. It's the person who cut her hair and the person who chose to do it. It's not like she's like getting 100 people together for a social gathering.
Funny thing is, I think she mentioned she was like, she talked in one of her posts. I think she said she had to use a public restroom or something. It's kind of funny. I was like, all right, if you're willing to drive 6 hours for a haircut, good for you.
Yeah. Yeah.
Let's see what else we got.
I mean, the thing is, why couldn't she just? I'm sure she could have called someone up on Instagram, like her old hairstylist, and say, "Come to my house."
Yeah, I agree.
I think it's more absurd that she drove 6 hours rather than her actually getting her hair done.
Yeah,
I got my hair cut today. Whatever.
Did you drive 6 hours or 6 minutes?
No, I walked a couple houses.
Or walked 6 minutes. All right.
But maybe that's what she normally does pre-COVID.
If that's her person, that's the only person she trusts her with, then that's one thing. But I mean, whatever. Raging Hollywood Hills house party amid coronavirus ends when man shoots himself in the groin. Well, what happened?
He basically had a raging house party Saturday night in Hollywood Hills, and the party ended when he shot himself in the groin.
What was he, Plaxico Burress?
They found more than 100. That's.
I mean, that's why, honestly, these Airbnb and stuff, they're going to get destroyed this summer because no one wants to deal with this kind of stuff.
People being shot in the groin?
No, renting a house out and throwing a 100-person banger.
That's fair enough. But, I mean, this guy ended his own party. The police didn't even have to break it up.
I mean, does it say his name and what he does? How old is he?
Let's see.
Let's get some context here, Dubs.
Oh, this is going to be, I'm telling you, LA Times probably does not like ad blockers. Oh.
Just subscribe. It's only $98 for 1 year.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, this is...
All right, well, he got shot in the groin. Good for him. Freedom. Okay.
Speaking of haircuts.
Wisconsin salon owner claims coronavirus shutdown order violates freedom of religion. What?
Yep. This is,
what does that mean?
She referred to her hair salon.
See, this is where, oh, God. What does the freedom of religion have to do with COVID closing it down? No one's saying you can't practice your religion. You just can't gather in large places.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Police report. Wait, go back up. What does that happen? Earlier this month, Appleton police officers were called to Kingdom Cuts and informed Netzel that
her name is Jessica Netzel.
Safe at home order and could face fines, loss of license, or criminal charges. Police report cease and desist. Okay, so what does that have to do with religion? Does she explain herself down there?
Yeah, she does. She says that her haircut place is it's up here, I think. She called it is a ministry.
Claims that the hair salon nameplate is a ministry. Blah blah blah. Officers.
Because she shares her faith.
She does the Lord's cutting of hair.
What state is this?
This would be Wisconsin.
So
are they open?
The Lord cuts your hair. Didn't Jesus, theoretically have long hair and a beard?
Yeah, according to the pictures, yeah.
I don't know. I don't think that the what amendment is that, Dubs?
This is the 14th Amendment.
Yeah.
Well, she won the First Amendment, which is religion, freedom of speech, and
first
ability to cut hair.
Yeah.
And then equal protection under the 14th Amendment.
I think these people just Google stuff and just say this is a constitutional violation.
Yeah.
It has nothing to do with the Constitution. It's state laws.
I love how it says her extension was initially met with pushback. Yeah. Oh, that's the governor. Never mind. But.
Oh, boy. These people.
This is an interesting. All right. This is one about. So I don't know if you know Hawaii, but Hawaii's basically been doing this thing where anyone coming in there has to do a 14-day quarantine. So a New York tourist, of course, is arrested after he posts pictures on Instagram after entering the country, and it's been less than 14 days.
Can you force someone to quarantine, even though they're? Well, I think they can get in trouble for that.
I believe the charge was. What did they charge?
For violating Hawaii's mandatory 14-day quarantine rule for unsworn. What's that say?
Unsworn falsification.
Falsification.
So essentially, he asserted that he would have, in order to get in, he asserted that he would quarantine for 14 days, and he lied because he didn't. But
did they define to him what quarantine meant? That's what I would say. Oh, I thought I could just sit on the beach, away from everybody.
Oh, here we go.
That's what I would say.
This seems.
They're required to fill out a document acknowledging the violation. I think that wouldn't hold up.
Yeah.
I think if you find the right judge, they would lose that one. There's no way you can force a quarantine. I get it if you're coming from international waters, but if you're an American citizen, how do they force you to quarantine? Yeah, maybe the business, you can't go to the business, you can't. I mean, that's like martial law.
Why would this guy post about it? Just saying, as a common sense thing. Forget the law.
Yeah, but I would just play dumb. You didn't tell me what quarantine meant. I thought I could just sit on the beach by myself. I'm quarantining from everybody.
He knew what he was doing.
Quarantine where?
Have I posted that?
I mean, how do they even find it? Who went and checked that? Say,
right here.
Authorities became aware of social media posts from citizens who saw posts of him on the beach. Yeah, but that means some Hawaiian person's following him?
See something, say something.
Oh, God.
People are bored.
That's stupid.
So this is to answer where they quarantine. This is what the this is what they say.
Okay, so what if you're at your hotel and you sit by the pool?
Something tells me this guy wasn't.
No, I get it. I'm just saying.
No, I mean,
Hawaii.
I'm
in Waikiki Beach. I'm staying at the Sheraton. I go out to by the pool. Technically, I'm at the hotel.
I would agree with that.
I mean, what if I walk to the beach? It's connected to the hotel. I'm in the hotel. It doesn't say a hotel, their hotel room.
Yeah.
So you want the person to stay there for 2 weeks and then go out? Why don't you just rapid test them? Wouldn't that resolve everything? That means if you want to go to Hawaii right now for vacation, well, not that you would, but say you had to go there on business, you wouldn't be able to do anything.
Who's going to Hawaii on business right now?
You never know. There's an emergency. Your relative died. Something happened. I don't know.
Oh, fair enough. Okay, fine.
Whatever reason you got to get to Hawaii.
Got you.
That's ridiculous. Why don't they just rapid test you and then, I'm clear. Move on.
That's true.
Or just say you got to pay $500 for a rapid test or whatever the cost is. These states, man, they just have things backwards. And even if you quarantine for 2 weeks and you had it, you're still have it for 30 days later. We know people who have, I know someone who I think it was 3 or 4 weeks after they initially diagnosed, he still had it after you test him. So what's 2 weeks do? It's asinine. What else?
So this one is about a pastor who claimed he could heal coronavirus.
Could heal coronavirus. That's not funny. But come on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Listen, religion can't fight science. Science always wins. Sorry.
That's true.
I mean, you could turn this around and say he sacrificed himself, right?
That's true.
For what?
He sacrificed himself. He died of COVID so that others wouldn't. I mean, if they're smart, they'll play that card.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would say don't fight science. Yeah. Where was this? What country?
This is in Cameroon.
Cameroon. Yeah. I would say that's South Korea. Oh, yeah, this is funny.
So this is a story about where a South Korean football team got a flack, I guess, because teams are having trouble having the stand. It's a little bit noticeable.
Okay, how are you? Okay, first of all, fine. Technically, they're sex, whatever, dolls, but they're not. They're wearing clothes, so who cares? What if you just call them mannequins? I mean, this is just a headline click. Who cares? They just put technically mannequins.
They're just anatomically correct mannequins.
Yeah.
All right.
Bruce, any thoughts?
I'm all about it. They should have to do that all stadiums at all times.
I mean, honestly, if I were any of these leagues, I would. I mean, with CGI or whatever, why wouldn't they just pump fans in there anyway? Like, there should be a way where you can put on a VR headset, and if you have like a season ticket, be able to sit in your seat and act like you're there. I mean, we live in 2020.
I mean, the cost of that sounds exponential.
Yeah.
But
if I'm paying for season tickets and say it's another whatever, people will do it.
That being said, I mean, we all know at this point what's going on. We don't need a fake crowd.
Well, Fox said during the football games they're going to pump in fan noise.
Yeah, we don't need that. We know what's going on.
But the Patriots have been doing that for years.
No, they just videotape everybody, and
that's fair.
I think this should be the new norm. I think they should just have sex dolls everywhere.
I like to call them mannequins. This is a kid's show, Bruce.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah,
mannequins. Yeah. Well, you know how they have you have to maintain.
I don't want to be editing all week.
Maybe you need to maintain 6 mannequins between actual.
Yeah, they are. I mean, they're practicing social distancing.
That's true, actually.
Go back up to the top picture. She needs a lesson on how to put a mask over her face, right here.
Wait, that?
This one.
Oh, yeah. No, but you know what? It looks like she's trying to get concessions.
Right, but you still can wear a mask.
Yeah.
I mean, they look like they're having a great time.
They do.
What are these paper people up here?
The what?
The paper people, like these, like the stand, like right there.
Oh,
they're players. They're like cutout players.
Yeah.
So from what I understand,
they're rooting for
I've
themselves.
been told that these dolls are somewhat expensive. So it costs a lot of money to have dolls everywhere. So you need some paper product.
Well, you know what, Bruce? If I forgot. Hang on. But anyway, if this podcast hit, I'll buy you one.
Computer, okay.
FC Soul. I think they should just put fans in there, fake fans or some sort of CGI'd fans. If you can make video games and put a green screen around the whole football field and just put fake fans.
Will they be as beautiful as these mannequins?
That's true.
Okay. I mean, who cares?
I care.
Yeah.
All right. Well, then get an FC Soul jersey. I'll buy you one.
No, I want an FC Soul doll.
The man who wore a watermelon on his head while stealing from a convenience store has been arrested.
These guys went to a Sheetz in Virginia, and essentially a pair of melon heads went, and they apparently tried to, I guess, rob the Sheetz.
I've never been to a Sheetz before.
What would make them? 20-year-old who arrested? Scroll back down. You're going too fast. 20-year-old suspect who was arrested has been charged with wearing a mask in public while committing larceny, underage possession of alcohol, petite larceny of alcohol. So they just stole a couple bottles of beer. Who cares?
I love the reaction of the town.
We're really nice. What town is this?
This is Louisa, Virginia.
How do they see through? Let me see the picture. How do they see through the watermelon?
They got holes.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know if I would recommend that for COVID. They said that COVID lasts on watermelons, 4 to 5 days, Bruce? Is that what they're telling you in the hospital?
Can you go to Costco with that?
If the mask goes all the way, the melon.
I mean, they had enough money to buy watermelon. I guess they're 20, so that's why they needed liquor. How do they identify these folks? Is it because their car, the Tacoma?
I think it was, in a lifted. So that was a problem. They stole a 2006 black Toyota Tacoma.
They didn't steal. They pulled up and entered this. Okay.
Yeah, but pulled up in a lifted. Well, all right, fair enough.
Yeah. I think these people need to understand that all these stores have cameras outside to get license plates of shoplifters. Were they caught with the 2 watermelon heads in their car?
Apparently one of the melons is on the lamb still.
Can we admire the craftsmanship of these helmets?
Let's go back up and look. Let me see. So what do you think the craftsmanship involved?
It's hard to tell from this one.
It perfectly fit their heads.
I mean, are you admiring it because there's actually a mask that would fit your head?
I could not pull this off on a good day.
Even the cut here is good.
Yeah.
I wonder if they use the seedless watermelon or regular watermelon. Do you think that makes a difference?
Do you think they cut the melon and put it back together? Because
no, I think what you do is you get a melon and then you just cut like this side off where it starts getting, and then just.
Interesting.
I mean, it fits so well around his neck.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, he definitely cut it higher than the other guy.
Props to them. They deserve the liquor that they got.
In theory, I'm going to assume that they, that they at least consumed it, right?
I mean, here's the problem. If you're stealing, why do you want to bring attention to yourself? They should just wear a regular mask, put it down their shirts, and walk out. I mean, immediately when someone walks in with a watermelon, not that I'm trying to teach people how to steal, but the worst thing to do is wear the most obvious thing in the store that no one's ever seen before. That's like wearing like neon yellow and trying to steal. You just wear normal clothes, walk in. You can wear a mask right now. People can't see your face and run out. And obviously don't get on the camera with your license plate or your car in the parking lot. You should run to the street, run up there, and then get somewhere else. I mean, they must have stole something significant for them to call the cops.
And this happened on May 5th, and they were just arrested on Friday. And this article is dated May 18th. So that means they that's at
They
least
must have had a
bit
DNA, the leftover watermelon or something.
All right, let's
Maybe
see.
they stole watermelons.
What's that?
Maybe they stole watermelons.
Might have.
True. All right, this is a story about a woman that fell into the thermal feature after illegally entering Yellowstone National.
Wait. How do you illegally enter Yellowstone? Isn't it like huge?
Well, I guess illegally enter in the sense of it's closed right now, right?
Yeah, but I mean, it's a woman allegedly suffered burns and airlift. Oh, what an idiot! After falling, the woman drove north through the. After falling, the woman drove north through the park and was stopped by park rangers in 1 mile. The park is investigating the incident. In January, 2 men were sentenced violating of thermal trespass. I mean, if they're opening state parks and I could go hiking, why isn't Yellowstone open? It's like miles and how big is Yellowstone? Can you Google that?
It's pretty big. From my understanding, it's pretty. Here, hold on.
It's got to be here. I'll Google it. I mean, it's got to be 30 miles, I would think.
3,471 square miles.
Square miles. So whatever that turns out to be. 3.47 miles. All right, there you go. Right?
Yeah.
I know 30. That's 3471.
Oh, by the way, I guess Yellowstone has reopened.
Yeah, I mean, if you can't social distance there, you can't social distance anywhere. That's bigger than some cities.
Yeah.
That's absurd.
Well, her problem wasn't social distancing. It's not real.
Right, but my point is, why was it closed to begin with?
That's fair.
It might be a liability thing.
Yeah.
Liability to what? But it's open now, so what's the difference?
Right, but they'll say that it's closed and they can't get in trouble for anything that happens.
Exactly.
That's
like
that's everybody's
like a
problem
beach
right
without
now.
a lifeguard.
Yeah, but all they do is put a sign up: "No lifeguard on duty," and swim at your own risk.
Right, so this might be the equivalent of that. It's like we're closed, no one should be here. If anyone gets there, that's on them.
Yeah. No ranger holding you back from thermal falls.
Or just put a partition away from the thermal falls.
How hot does a thermal fall get?
I don't know. Google. Why, you want to do one? Exfoliate?
I mean, I just want to see,
I
like,
was looking for
she being like baby about this, or
I mean, if it singed her face. 204 degrees. Yeah, so you can do that in a sauna. You can't do that with water on your skin. You're definitely burning yourself.
I shower at that.
You shower at that?
Yeah.
So you're telling me your Philly apartment gets 204 degrees
A
water?
good water heater.
Yeah, I bet you do.
All right, let's see what else we got. So, all right, this is a Kentucky convenience store that just, again, don't tread on me.
No face mask allowed. Oh my God.
What if it's a watermelon?
What do you mean?
I assume
lower
Bashir
your mask or go somewhere else. Stop listening to who's Bashir?
I assume that's the Kentucky. Let's see.
He's a Dumbo.
Governor of Kentucky.
Oh, he's a Democrat, right?
I don't know if it matters, but he might be.
Yeah, Bashir's dad was the governor, and his son's something. Look up Bashir.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, Bashir in April. Yeah, his dad was a big Democrat or something, like a big governor there. I forget. Look up what Bashir did. He's done something with his life.
By the way, this is what someone wrote on a comment.
Don't apologize for anything. We are planning a road trip just to eat at your place. Yeah, don't tread on me. Look up Bashir real quick. I forget what he did as his prior to governor or something.
He was. He was Attorney General of Kentucky.
Yeah, go to early life.
Nothing.
Vanderbilt. Oh, so nothing exciting. I thought there was something more to him.
I mean, he graduated magna cum laude. That's
Yeah, his dad's also the governor, so I mean that helps.
Well, he did work at Stites and Harbison.
And his dad was governor too, right?
I believe so.
Go back up. Doesn't it say? Yeah, I'm pretty sure his dad was governor.
Yeah.
Oh, Vanderbilt guy.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Can you do anything else? There's got to be something on. Oh, wait, hold on. Oh, wait. No, that's not. I guess he did something in the sense of someone made threats against him.
That's fine. All right, what else?
Yeah. All right. So this is about a California pastor who held a Mother's Day live stream church service, tested positive for coronavirus.
Yeah, but it was a live stream, so who cares?
Well, I believe there were
people in the church
who were in attendance.
That person maybe.
Oh, wow.
Okay, you dummy. I thought, why? How is this allowed in California? They're not allowed to gather that many people.
I don't believe it was allowed.
How many people are in the congregation if they're live streaming it and there's 180 people there?
That's a good question.
What city is this?
This is a Northern California church. Let's see.
I mean, you're going too fast, Dubs. Go back up.
This was
Redwood Valley. Okay. So it's like outside San Francisco.
Yeah. And then the other one, I guess, was
Butt County.
Yeah.
Oh, God. All right.
Yeah. So let's see what else.
Same thing. They shouldn't do your Zoom blessings and all that. Don't get together.
Only one dude has a water gun.
Sure. Yeah, that was actually the best story, church related.
Okay, that's fine. But
All
I
right.
mean, everything else is like.
I don't know. Maybe another guy gets a slip and slide.
That's true. All right. Well, speaking of slip and slides, this seems like a fun one. This happened earlier today, I believe.
Ooh.
But a 40,000 pounds of mac and cheese fell on the Tennessee interstate today.
Kraft? That looks like that dirty powder that you stick in milk.
Like a plume.
Like an algae plume.
Dreams do come true.
Oh, God. Photo show. Yep, hold on. Middle Tennessee saw 2 other food-related accidents just days before. So did they say frozen? Did they say how the accident happened?
Chicken and pumpkin pie.
I mean, it must have just been a jackknife.
Someone is eating well.
I know. It didn't say how it happened.
Poor Nashville. Traffic was a mess. 40,000
pounds.
So wait, was it boxed mac? I mean, this just looks like you can't just. Is it just filled in like? Photos show that the food spilled onto the interstate. No injuries were reported. Both the semi and the mac and cheese were expected to be cleaned up by early afternoon. Bring out the hazmats.
Bring out a bunch of children. Everyone keep apart 6 feet and eat.
What is Como News?
Huh?
This website, Como News.
Oh, this is, I think it stands for, I don't know. I don't even know. I guess it's that area.
What else?
Yeah.
I'm getting so hungry watching this.
I know. Mac and cheese sounds good.
I can't wait to see the next church story.
I think I saw someone in the comments write something like,
Dubs went to letsmakefunofchurches.com.
Someone was on the way with bacon and bits or something. Or bacon bits. No, I don't think there are any more church stories.
Thank God.
Actually, thank God. You're right. Thank God indeed.
Thank God for the cooler. Video shows miraculous boat rescue miles off Pasco County.
Yeah, I believe that's in Florida, of course.
Pasco County, West Florida. Go down. Oh, we're watching a video? Good.
Well, let's see if it actually gets so far that's worth it. I think it does, right? Oh, come on.
This reminds. What was that stupid movie where the person just? Remember that shark movie where they got stranded out there? No, and the eventually they both like kind of committed suicide.
There's the cooler.
They took their vests off and just like let go.
Titanic?
No, man. The shark movie. They're in the sea, this couple, and they're like stuck out to sea, and the sharks are about to get them, and they just like undo their vests and they just kind of like get eaten together.
What are you watching?
This was like a 10-year-old movie. Hold on.
I think it was a Titanic 2.
Yeah. It's been a pleasure playing with you.
Shark movie.
He said to the band, as all the couples
People
got eaten by sharks.
taking.
Actually, it can't be Titanic. They didn't all have life vests.
Oh yeah.
Too soon.
Open Water. There you go.
No, never heard of it.
Straight to
2003.
TV?
No, it was a big movie. Not a big movie, but it was pretty famous.
So apparently this is the cooler in question.
I mean, what would you do? You just give up at that point when you see like two great whites coming at you, right?
Yeah, but I don't even think it was related to the
I'm talking about my point. Forget this for now.
Yeah, I was like, there's no sharks in this.
What would you do if two great white? You're in the middle of Australia. You go and you get lost. You got your life vest on, just swimming around. No one's near you. You're stuck out there for like a week. I think I'm giving the gist of the story, or a couple of days, and you're just done. What do you do? You take your vest off and just die, or are you gonna like fight?
I mean, I'd like to think I'd fight.
What's there to eat?
You're in the middle of the ocean. All you got is life vest, and you just see sharks.
Do you have a cooler?
You're the food.
Is there like coconuts?
In the middle of the ocean. Coconuts.
Yeah, random coconuts.
Like hundreds of like not hundreds, but like 15, 20, 30 miles off the shore. There's no coconuts.
I don't know. No.
Yeah, great conversation. All right, what is this? What is this story about a church again?
No, this is just thank God for the cooler.
Okay, why did they thank God for the cooler? Because they were stuck out there for how many days?
So apparently, 3-4 hours.
On their way out in a 1-2 miles from sinking boat, spotted something white and half. Was a floating cooler. Next to the cooler were waving hands. Oh, so they were stuck in the water.
Yeah, the cooler is what they were keeping them up.
The two had spent the day fishing until they noticed a problem as water was puddling in the rear of their boat. Went to get a bucket to scoop some water out, but it was already too late. Their 16.5 boat was going down from the stern.
Within seconds.
Yeah. This is why I don't do boats. Unless you're like giving me on like a 40-foot yacht, I'm out.
This reminds me of that movie, Titanic.
Oh yeah. What about it?
They're floating on one thing.
Good, because they hit an iceberg.
Yeah, only one of them lives.
Well, do you view it as a love story or a tragic boat accident?
It's both, isn't it?
I'm asking you. Don't answer a question with a question.
It's both.
It's both.
I think.
Yeah. I actually went, I've been to Belfast where they built the Titanic. It's riveting. They have a Titanic museum. It's lovely this time of year.
Imagine them singing to each other.
All right. How long has this been going?
King of the world.
An hour.
I got one more.
Since I have to cut half of it out because you guys love freaking church and
I thought they were pretty
nursing gone wrong.
They're pretty tame.
Dubs just didn't Google like bad nurses and just found 10 articles, and then churches doing dumb stuff and then found 15 articles. And
I think we can do a whole podcast just on
church. There's one feel good story. This is the hero of the week.
Dad uses his face mask to tie off newborn's umbilical cord after wife gives birth outside hospital.
Ew.
Why is it outside the hospital?
Let's see.
Cotton face masks. A Kentucky couple wore it to the hospital. Came in handy. When David and Sarah Rose Patrick arrived at the Baptist, give birth at 2 a.m. May 9th. The couple attempted to enter. So you go to the emergency room. Okay, listen. This is hospital 101. After 9 o'clock, every labor and delivery door is locked. You gotta go to the emergency room.
Look
if you do any tour, I knew that. I've had 2 kids. I mean, this is so your solution is just I can't walk around the door. Let me just do it in the parking lot.
Listen, when I have an emergency, I try to call my eye doctor during regular business hours.
Oh God. When the couple let me finish reading.
Oh, look, they're a beautiful family.
Yeah,
They're doing something right.
Yeah, they're missing a few brain cells. When the couple failed to find a different open entrance, they did. Okay,
They determined
to drive over to the emergency room, which I just said. Let's try the MRI door. And aggressively, it came clear they wouldn't make it. Okay. I mean, how long was she in labor before they went to the doctor? I mean, it just doesn't even if you break your water, it's not just like.
That's a hell of a name.
What's the name? Navi Bond?
Yeah.
That's the Navi.
Bond.
Navi
Bond.
The name's Navi Bond.
We make it within view of our back in front of the liver, and we're making. I mean, okay, look. If you're telling me they couldn't find one person in the parking lot to be like, "Yo, go get a doctor."
Well, something tells me that they went to a glorified outpatient hospital, like not even a hospital. I think they just went to their local doctor's office is what I'm getting.
I mean, there's an emergency room and there's a labor and delivery door. Okay. I mean.
No, wait.
David pulled out a cell phone call and asked the dispatcher to send someone from. Why not just call the labor? Oh, my God. Only intensified.
This is not the first time this has happened.
When the dispatcher told David to take his wife's pants off the road, resisted. Just to reiterate, we're in the middle of the street. Oh, God.
This is great.
I wonder if the hospital's protocols changed. I said, honey, the pants. Dubs, I'm picking the articles next week.
This is gold. This is awesome.
To the two people that are going to watch this next week, I try to make this a family show.
This is great. Look at this.
Once I pulled her pants off, I see the top of the son's head. His head just pops out. I see his face. 10 seconds later. What? Is this their first child?
No,
this is the third one.
Okay,
that
makes sense.
What? That it slid out like a wet fish?
No, not. They say the second and so on. It comes much easier than the first child. If you're doing it naturally.
Oh wait.
As soon as the ambulance arrived. They're in the parking lot. What?
Oh God. Oh, this is great.
Oh, my wife and I were wearing our COVID masks that my grandmother has sewn, and I've still got my mask on. My wife takes hers off and says, use this. I rolled it like a tortilla.
This has got to be fake.
And I did my best to tie them. Okay, listen. By the time the kid comes out, the umbilical cord does not need to be cut like that instant. Like, he should have just been like, here, honey, hold him. Let me go get help.
I think we're past that with these guys.
I mean, this sounds like a 15-minute ordeal.
This sounds like a...
What city is this again?
This is
Go to the top. Want to tell you?
This is in Kentucky.
What is it?
Where is this? Baptist Health, Louisville.
I mean, that's got to be a big hospital.
Yeah. Let me see what...
But to reiterate, when you go on any baby hospital tour, the first thing they tell you, if the labor and delivery is closed, go to the emergency room door. It's always open. I mean, hello?
Yeah.
I mean, it's 2 a.m. Why wouldn't they go there first anyway? Well,
they named their kid after
a popular Zelda video game. Oh, boy. Look, can we see a picture of the family?
Let's see. Oh,
yeah, he looks like he plays Nintendo.
It's a good-looking family.
Yeah, I mean, congratulations, but I mean, come on. If you have a fourth kid, go to the emergency room. Is that it, Dubs? Or we got more?
Yeah. No, that's the...
So to sum up, this is churches and what was our other theme? Nurses. Churches and nurses.
Churches, nurses, and
boats.
And both.
Dubs, can we get a better variety next week?
I thought this was a phenomenal variety.
Of church, yeah. If you want to bash churches and nurses,
I wasn't. Wait. Hold on.
There was no bash on anyone.
Do you not remember the badass priest
Yeah.
squirting holy water?
Yeah. Okay. Fine. Churches. It still involves churches.
But this is awesome. This is a
I
great
get it,
story.
but you overshot the one. Like, I mean, we could have like diversified the portfolio. Is what I'm trying to say.
What?
You want more pizza talk?
Yes. Yeah.
I could talk about pizza all the time.
Sex dolls. Sorry,
Oh,
mannequins.
I could talk about.
No, stop. Can we stop? You're going to force me to edit every second then.
Provocative mannequins.
All right. I think we're done with this.
We're gonna work on your editing skills.
Whatever. It's the first one. Dubs, you're gonna have to help me edit this. All right, guys. Well, anyway, thanks for joining us this week. I'm sure none of you are going to be back next week. So
Stay safe.
Stay safe.